Hey everyone, this is Harrisant. The title of my prompt is Workload and Burnout. I'll be talking about future prospects in the field of psychiatry by referencing the RNZ CP 2018 Workforce Survey and talking from my own observations as a trainee in psychiatry. So in 2015, the Victorian Department of Health and Human Services commissioned the RANZ CP to prepare a report on the Victorian workforce, with particular focus on issues in the public sector and rural workforces. The full report has some interesting statistics about the number of people in the workforce, and it highlights the challenges from each specific subspecialty as well as specific hospital networks. So I would encourage a read. The common workplace difficulties highlighted were largely related to workforce attraction, workforce recruitment, and workforce retention, particularly in areas of need such as rural areas, public sector, and several of the specific subspecialties. The common theme amongst why rural areas and the public sector struggle with this are lack of financial rewards and overwork and stress due to workforce shortages. Public sector has additional challenges of increasing bureaucracy and paperwork, lack of basic administrative support, and increased risk of violence and abuse from aggressive patients, while rural areas additionally struggle with recruitment due to individual preference, fewer career pathways, and higher workplace pressures. The statistical trends in these infographics on this slide from the workforce survey further support the findings. As you can see, there is a stronger preference for working in metropolitan areas in the private sector. Between 2011 and 2014, the proportion that worked in the private sector increased significantly from 34 to 45%, while the proportion that worked in both public and private sectors declined from 43 to 31%, indicating that the number of psychiatrists who are working in both sectors have ceased working in the public sector. The number of psychiatrists working in major cities increased by 11%, and inner regional areas by 26%, while the outer regional areas remained constant, meaning there was no increase. The trends in these statistics essentially reflect our work choices. Working conditions, workload, and experience of burnout will inevitably have some effect on our choices. I've been trainee for over 3 years now and have worked in 3 different states, which included some locum work. My entire training thus far has been in the public sector, and it appears that workplace shortage seems to be this chronic and nationwide issue. Staffing is chronically suboptimal, and with chronic staff shortages, this causes a welfare issue, leading to a chronically stressed workplace. The nature of the patients that are managed in the public sector can also cause serious occupational safety issues because of inadequate resources to manage mentally unwell patients who are violent. It is no wonder there is an increased trend in the number of psychiatrists going into the private sector, where the resources are available, the remuneration is better, there are less hazards, and better services overall. The workplace survey also has made recommendations to address the several issues that were found. 2 very important recommendations, more specific to the adult specialty, were to undertake an analysis of correct workforce requirements and implement staff-patient ratios, and develop and implement safety measures for both patients and staff to address the unacceptable risks of aggression and violence. Many other recommendations focused on specific subspecialties as well as trainee workforce overall. So again, I'd encourage a good read of the workforce survey report. Thank you.